This stuff is continuously changing my reality, man. And I don't know if it's for the better or for the worse, but it is just crazy what is constantly being brought to reality, where things that they used to constantly question us about. We finna get into this right now, but I do hope that you all are able to learn something valuable from this video. Let's get into it right now.
Every night when you go to bed, there's a period just after you close your eyes and you're essentially disconnected for a moment. Your brain is operating in theta. Well, theta is hypnosis. You put a pair of earphones on at night, you play a program that you want to be true in your life. The moment you fall asleep, the conscious mind shut off, but the subconscious mind is now in record theta. So whatever is coming through the earphones at that moment after you fall asleep, you don't hear it, but the subconscious mind is hearing it and downloading it in a state of theta.
She gave her boyfriend her kidney to save his life, then he cheated on her. And if you're thinking, wow, can't get any worse than that, well, it does. Colleen met her boyfriend through mutual friends, and early in the relationship, he told her he had chronic kidney disease and had daily dialysis. Colleen felt terrible about this, wanted to help, and gave him her kidney. After this, the boyfriend no longer had to do dialysis, and his life completely changed, but so did hers. A few months after the surgery, the boyfriend went to a bachelor party in Vegas with his Christian friends, and he was constantly texting Colleen saying he just wanted to be home reading the Bible. She told him, have fun, you're not on dialysis anymore, enjoy life. He cheated on her, and not with just anybody, but a friend of theirs. Wow. He told Colleen about it, and she was devastated, but wanted to make things work and was willing to give him another chance. That led to trust issues. He got mad that Colleen didn't trust him, so he broke up with her and said, quote, if God wanted us to be together, he would bring us back together, and then ghosted her. But to make things even worse, he accused Colleen of doing the transplant just to look good. She gave her boyfriend her kidney to save his life, then he cheated on her.
Nah, that's crazy. She gave this man a kidney because he was about to pass. Gave this man a kidney and he cheated on her. That is crazy. And the story that's going around right now, allegedly, is that his other kidney is failing and he is on the verge of passing away. So karma, I ain't gonna say anything, but it's sometime it comes around. What goes around comes around. It seemed like a situation like this, karma is really eating him up if that allegation is true.
Woman who married a literal rag doll says her husband is stressed about providing for the family. The 37-year-old Brazilian woman legally married Marcelo the rag doll back in 2018. It was something her mother made for her years prior because she was feeling lonely, but she fell in love with it. The two had a full wedding with 250 guests attending, but since then the relationship has seen a lot of twists. According to the woman, Marcelo has cheated on her twice since the wedding, which she only found out about because a friend told her about it. That made her so mad she removed Marcelo's lower part and made him sleep on the couch. I guess the two worked through it because early last year the woman got an ultrasound and announced she was pregnant. The couple held a gender reveal party which 40 people attended. To everyone's surprise, it ended up being twins, which she gave birth to. Last year, someone kidnapped one of her babies and held it for ransom until she paid around $200 US. The woman who married a
What? Oh my God, bro. I have a lot of questions here, okay? How? She said her boyfriend was complaining about having to pay bills. So she went and got her a makeshift boyfriend. Do he pay bills? Like, I mean, do this doll pay bills? And they had kids in a baby shower and he cheated? What? This can't be real. I'm completely like shocked. I don't even know whether to laugh, to feel sorry, because this got to be some type of mental illness. And the people who are honestly aiding towards this type of situation, they deserve a special place, because if my homie, my sister, whoever come to me with a doll and tell me some we're pregnant, listen here. Okay, all right, I'm not gonna say it. Good, a lot of y'all possibly thinking how I'm thinking, but that don't even make sense, G. Definitely sips tea. Well, hey, whatever floats her boat and make her happy, makes her happy. Okay, I hope they live. Oh, to death do them part.
$10,000 to stay off your phone for a month. That's an actual offer from the company Siggy's. They're giving 10 people $10,000 if they take a digital detox and stay off their smartphone for a full month. Your phone would be locked away and you'd be given a flip phone to use as a replacement. That flip phone comes with a prepaid SIM card that only lets you call, text, or play Snake on. The company is looking to push more simple living, and this is one of the many contests they've run to promote that. So if you're in the US over the age of 18 and think you can do it, it's completely free to enter this contest. $10,000 to stay.
Hold on. Wait a minute. 10,000 for a month? Hear me out, chat. Hear me out, right? I don't have to do too many months, but I can like set myself up, record, let everything just do its thing. I can be gone for like 2 months off social media. I mean, I do a cleanse like that anyway. $10,000. That's 120. Okay. That's clutch. And you can still do what you need to do. He ain't say nothing about no laptops. He ain't say nothing about YouTube. He just said you can't get on your phone. Take my phone away. I don't need it.
Remember me telling people this drink is unaliving people? And nobody wanted to believe me. Now look. And I don't like it. It's your first time hearing about this charged lemonade. Watch this video. Now, after my stories, now Panera Bread is being forced to issue a warning about their dangerous charged lemonade.
What?
Now, because they didn't warn them about this family is suing Panera Bread. This lemonade is more than double the caffeine in coffee, and don't even get it in a large. I don't even want to tell you. Now, this drink comes in 3 flavors and is marketed as a plant-based energy drink. Now they issuing a warning that pregnant women, children, and people not used to caffeine should stay away from it, amongst others. This is Sarah Katz, a 21-year-old college student that lost her life behind this drink. This is one of the stories I was pushing out there before this happened. Now, at the time of that young lady passing, Panera didn't have any warnings about it being an energy drink and the caffeine, but now they do, so they let you know they have fought. Now, this dude, 41-year-old Dennis Brown, is the latest victim, and he just went into cardiac arrest. Fooling around with this charged energy drink, lemonade, at Panera Bread that I have been trying to tell y'all to stay away from. Now, there's an ongoing investigation, but Panera Bread has said that they are putting the word out and letting everybody know the dangers of this lemonade. Now, I don't want to post about no more victims. Please share this, because this is a very serious thing, and I keep telling y'all.
Hey, I'm going to be honest. For them to just say, oh, we're just going to post something about the dangers of the drink, I think that I think they already knew the dangers of the drink, if you ask me. I think they already knew the possibilities of what could go on with this drink. And I also think that they not possibly going to take it off the shelf. I feel like the right thing to do was fix something with the ingredients or something like that, and then go ahead and produce it back off. I said produce it. Go ahead and sell it back out to an audience, as a product. And I don't know, but they possibly could care less. But I know a wrongful death lawsuit would definitely be ahead of the game. Like, they'd be getting sued for everything on some Elon Musk situation.
That's amazing.
That's good.
Cloud pattern right above. So they fire the oxyacetylene blast up there to disturb the cloud pattern and disrupt the hail. It's incredibly loud. Rocks my whole pickup. It's so loud.
Oh, that is what they doing to the air. That's what they doing to the clouds in the sky. Another invention that they just probably put somewhere and put where people can't go and where people probably won't second guess it.
World Behind, in case you don't know, haven't seen it, You Live Under a Rock is the top trending movie on Netflix right now. Just the title alone, Leave the World Behind, is a good piece of spiritual advice for all of us. But I want to point out a few pieces of spiritual messages for those of us with eyes to see and ears to hear, right? So the movie is about a cyber attack that shuts off the electricity, phone service, TV, internet service, etc. And the elites or higher ups are warned about it beforehand so that they could prepare and leave the country before it happens. Sounds interesting, right? But what's more interesting to me is that it was produced by Barack and Michael Obama. And Barack actually helped write some of the script. So here's the header of an article from Fox News that says, Hollywood director stunned after getting advice from Obama on directing the new film. Quote, Obama, having the experience he does have, was able to ground me a little bit on how things might unfold in reality, the director said. And he also said that it, quote, scared the F out of him. Right now, just for biblical reference, this is Revelation 13 and 18, and it's talking about the beast. It says, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, meaning that the beast number is 666. Why is this important? Because in the opening scene of Leave the World Behind, in the bedroom of the main character, whose name is Amanda Sanford, there is a Sixers mug on the left, right? It is 6 o'clock. And then on the right-hand side, it shows a 6 showing on the other coffee mug. Now, maybe this is just a coincidence, but if you look up Amanda Sanford, again, the main character, in gematria, it equals 666. Not to mention the movie was made by S-Mail Corp, which also equals 666 in gematria, right? So if you know anything about the occultists, they like to give messages with numbers, right? Interestingly enough, number of a man, Barack Obama, which it says it is the number of a man in Revelation 13, talking about the beast. Number of a man, Barack Obama, also equals 666, but in Hebrew gematria. So it may all just be a big coincidence, right? But take a look at the main poster for the movie as well. Notice how the lines of words were lined up perfectly to say, I am Baal, right? Which is the name of a horned false god or idol from the days of old, which we know there's nothing new under the sun. That's associated with demons, the devil, Satan, idolatry in general, right? And it's probably also just a coincidence that they put the horned deer, just like the horned Baal, right under this, right? So here's a picture from one of the many scenes where they had the brother and sister characters standing next to each other, making their shirts to say, obey NASA, not so subtly. Many times you can see this in the movie, right? Which for those of you who don't know, NASA or Nasha in Hebrew means to beguile or to deceive, right? And we know the deceiver is also known as Satan, which if you flip around the letters in the NASA symbol, it actually says Satan. Go figure. Something else to take into account is that in the movie, the Teslas, right? The self-driving cars all ended up malfunctioning and crashing, blocking off the city and almost killing the main characters, right? So I don't know. Maybe y'all think it's still a coincidence, right? But a few days later, Tesla actually in real life recalled almost all of its vehicles, around 2 million vehicles in the US to fix the autopilot system, which was malfunctioning. Right? May just be a whole bunch of coincidences, but also in the movie, one or multiple enemies of the United States attack the power grid in order to cut off power and cause mass chaos, right? And now just a few days later, you have on Fox News and other major news outlets saying America is under attack and that China hackers have infiltrated key U.S. services.
The Post reveals hackers affiliated with China's People's Liberation Army have infiltrated critical services here in the U.S.
This infiltration appears to be part of a broader effort to insert chaos into our logistical systems. The information collected could then be weaponized if the U.S. and China were to become engaged directly in the Pacific. According to reporting from the Washington Post citing multiple U.S. and industry security officials, China's cyber army is invading critical U.S. services, like an attempt to break into the system behind Texas's independent power grid. Other victims include a water utility in Hawaii, a West Coast port, and at least one oil and gas.
Right, this is what you call predictive programming and desensitizing. Right, so this is Amos 3 and 7. It says, surely the Most High God does nothing without revealing his plan to his servants, the prophets. So this rule applies on the left hand and the right hand to the good and the evil, meaning that they have to show their plan before they actually act it out. So for those of y'all with eyes to see, with ears to hear, it's time to turn back to the Most High God of the Bible and prepare yourself spiritually, mentally, and physically. With that, I say all praise to the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, which is the name of the Father and the Son. The Paleo-Hebrew tongue, it's time to repent. Shalom.
Hey, all praises to the Most High. This is a very well put together and broken down scenery of events. You get what I'm saying? And shout out to this guy who definitely did his due diligence by informing us on what's even going on around the world, and that we should even just, start getting closer with the man above, the Most High God. So I don't know his social medias, anything, but if you all know him, then please drop him down in the chat. Y'all let me know your honest thoughts and opinions on this down below as well.
The latest big Netflix movie is called Leave the World Behind, and the story is depicting exactly what the World Economic Forum told us in July 2020.
A major cyber attack.
And who are the ones dropping the news in the movie? The same crooked news media. They're even telling you how electric cars can be controlled remotely and crash whoever they want, whenever they want with self-driving technology. And that's real. Now, for the ones who don't know, remember these words: predictive programming. That's a Hollywood movie telling you the hardcore version of whatever they're planning, so that whenever a lesser version of it happens, we are not as shocked and our brain is already pre-programmed to accept it. Kind of like the movie Contagion that prepared us for the response to COVID. So for this cyber attack, they're already programming us to blame China or Russia so that they can go to war, bring society to a collapse, and advance their agenda of control. We just have to be aware of their plan and reject it.
Use the COVID-19 crisis as a timely opportunity and improve our preparedness for a potential cyber pandemic.
Wow.
It was like the biggest terrorist attack on our soil, and the government lied about what had happened and who was involved with it. And by the way, continued propping up that regime to this day, continued funding and doing business with the same government that had high-level people involved in the attack. And they knew it and suppressed that from the American people, because it would have been, if you put yourself back in that time, it would have been such an outrage if Americans had known. And in fact, one of the first things George W. Bush did immediately after 9/11, even when all the flights were grounded, was get high-level Saudis out of the country, fly them out of the country. And this is all factual. This happened. It's not disputed.
Including members of bin Laden's family.
Yeah.
The whole thing is so wild, and it doesn't get discussed. They keep going back to the company narrative. What's the ideological left narrative? The left narrative is anybody who questions 9/11 is a nutter, and you're a nutter, and you're trying to run for president. And he does a very good job of, she repeats the question, he repeats the answer.
It's like the biggest
definitely does a very good job of repeating. But yeah, it's still a lot of speculation of things that happened within 9/11. If I'm not mistaken, it actually opened up an investigation, everybody that possibly could have had involvement within the U.S. Pertaining to the whole 9/11 event. But it is a lot of stuff that's coming out this year, so hopefully we hear more about that regarding the Epstein list situation. So yeah, y'all just let me know if y'all get any update about the investigation that they have open regarding 9/11. Know the truth, only the truth. Written by Dang. Wow. This is a cartoon, y'all. See, I be telling y'all, bro, they put stuff in cartoons right in our face and don't care about it at all.
Finally understand why all these celebrities are dying, bro, and people that are influencers. I meet women with millions of followers, bro, and they seem happy on their Instagram. Bro, they're suicidal in real life, bro. They talk about killing themselves every fucking day. I went to every doctor in the world, same way Michael Jackson did, the same way Robin Williams did. They had the best therapist in the world, bro, but they couldn't save them because what they were suffering from wasn't physical or mental. Yes, there's mental illness. Yes, there's physical illness, but there's also spiritual disease, and if you're trying to cure your soul with a physical remedy, it will not work. So a lot of these people that are dying, when you're that famous, there's no way the eye doesn't go on you. This is why so many celebrities do drugs to numb the pain. They take psychotropic drugs that are not working, because if they work, they would become normal again. They can't. It's a spiritual disease. They're under demonic attack, which is what the evil eye is, to bring them to a point of such sorrow that they kill themselves, because there's nothing more that realm loves, that the evil ones of them, remember they're not all evil, than a human being taking their own life. When a human being takes their own life, it's like telling the creator, this test is over. It's like if I gave you a math test for 1 hour, I finally understand why all these celebrities are dying, bro, and people that are influencers.
Man, I'm gonna be honest. That stuff that he's talking about as far as the influencers and the way that our mind be set could be very true. But I think on their level, it's on a completely different level. And like you said, they're dealing with something more spiritual than they're dealing with anything in the physical realm. Some of them sign their soul, so the demons that they can be fighting is completely different. And that's why a lot of them be in that type of position that they be in. Personally, that's how I feel. Each his own.
The latest predictions from The Simpsons for 2024 are genuinely eerie. This one is absolutely disturbing. In season 24, episode 9, Homer Simpson is preparing a bunker fully stocked with provisions for his family, anticipating something dreadful on the horizon. Shortly after, a solar superstorm strikes Springfield, a silent, invisible tempest sweeping through the town, causing severe consequences. This catastrophic event leads to a complete shutdown. No internet, no electricity, everything comes to a standstill. A solar superstorm could wipe out the internet for weeks or even months or even forever. The portrayal of a solar superstorm in the episode aligns with the potential real-world impact such an event could have. Interestingly, NASA has recently made a shocking discovery, a massive hole in the sun called the Coronal Hole. This hole, large enough to engulf 60 Earth-sized planets, is currently releasing solar storms at a staggering speed of 1.8 million miles per hour and could be headed to Earth fast. The last time the Earth experienced such a storm was in 1859. It was known as the Carrington Event. The 2024 solar storm is predicted to be 60 times more powerful than the 1859 solar storm, possibly the strongest ever recorded in history. Such solar storms can have catastrophic effects on Earth, affecting satellite power grids, GPS, and potentially wiping out hard drives and the entire internet permanently. Might take decades for us to recover. It's only a matter of time.
Decades? Hold on, decades now. So we can't have no more live streams for a decade, chat? Come on, that cannot happen. I hope that doesn't happen. That's going to be pretty crazy now. But all jokes aside, we are waiting for this event to happen. And there has been speculation that electricity and internet and a lot of things, it basically be like an EMP system that hits and a lot of things will be offline for a couple days. So, I mean, we hope that does not happen, because if that do, just imagine what can go on from us not having technology in 2024. Just even around the world.
Why is no one questioning why Mark Zuckerberg is building a huge underground bunker in Hawaii right now? He's building a $100 million Hawaii compound right now with an underground bunker that will contain food and energy resources. His complex is called Kahlua Ranch, and it is shaping up to be one of the most expensive personal projects in modern history. The compound will consist of 12 buildings with 2 central mansions that will be connected to a tunnel that will lead to a 5,000 square foot underground bunker. The shelter will contain an escape hatch, a living spaces, mechanical room, and feature blast resistant concrete along with steel doors. Is there something coming that we should be aware about?
Of course it's something that we should be aware about, but of course they're not going to tell us. So it's just more so of a thing that we either got to wait. It really seemed like a lot of things are starting to reveal themselves, if y'all ask me.
Okay, I might be reaching, but what's going on here on Etsy?
Wait,
why
what?
are these children's paintings so high? And why is there multiple of them, including one labeled pizza oil painting? Not to mention AI-generated pictures of kids eating wings and pizza, going for around 3 to 4K, and even pictures of pizza for 3K. And there's this one labeled coming soon for 51K. And the person's name is Earth's Dark Offering. I'm not saying anything is going on here, but let me know what y'all think is going on here. Saying anything is going on here.
That's what I was literally finna say. I'll say that's literally what I was finna say. Like, I can't say those words, okay?
Yeah, but let me know what y'all think is going on.
Yeah, I definitely get it, man. That black market, that seems a lot suspicious. Like, who's finna $3,000? Come on now.
This is the 3D printed
meat. A juicy,
meat.
sizzling steak made by computer.
What?
While obtaining regular meat is a process that's been taking place for millennia, cow, butcher, beef, Redefine Meat, a meat alternative startup out of Israel, makes their product using a highly technical process. The mix of soy and pea protein, chickpeas, beetroot, nutritional yeast, and coconut fat is formed into steak-like shapes using a 3D printer.
Our goal is to become the largest meat company in the world just by harnessing technology instead of animals.
Meat substitutes are not new, but unlike the soy-based crumbles that mimic ground beef, Redefine Meat's product is designed to act, taste, and cut like flank steak.
This is the holy grail of alternative meat.
But the most important part, how does it taste? This diner was happy.
The texture.
I could just not with this generation. We're fucking printing meat. Now they showing y'all something. Pay attention. Make sure the meat that y'all eating is actually meat and not printed. Y'all let
Man. If I cannot repeat that to y'all myself, please make sure that the meat that y'all are eating is actual, not 3D printed meat. Pause. I know some of y'all got some 3D printed meats and go crazy at night. Nah, I'm playing. No, all jokes aside. Let me know down below. Is this something that y'all would eat? Like, it's even for $1 million. Y'all eat like a steak or something like that? They gave y'all $1 million. Would y'all put this stuff in y'all body? Me? No. I pass. Hard pass. He went into the mountains and found some paintings that are more than 3,000 years old. Let's see what this is talking about. Wow. What? Wow. That is crazy. And them look like some type of aliens, like, and I don't know what those is. Some type of beings. And then on top, they look like the alien. Like, what type of, wow. For that to be 3,000 years old, that is creepy. For that to be 3,000 years old, like, that just confirms that it's obviously things in this world that they are keeping away from us personally.
People don't know who they are. They really don't.
I know my name, I know my age, I know where I live.
Yeah, that's not you, though. If you ask the average person who they are, they'll give you their name. They'll say, I'm Bob Proctor, but I'm not. Bob and Proctor are two words. My parents give them to me. They're called names, but it's not me. It's my name. Then somebody will say, well, this is me, but this isn't me either. It's my body. Like, you never phone down here to the studio and say, body won't be in today, it's sick. Okay. You know, we don't say am hand or am leg. It's my hand, my leg, my body, my name. Who am I? See, I think we live simultaneously on three planes of understanding. We're spiritual creatures, we have an intellect, and we live in physical bodies. But because we lack awareness or understanding of who we are, we're totally locked into a physical world, and we let things outside of us control us. 95% of the population are reacting to life. They're not really living at all.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, I guess that was it, but it was pretty lit. I mean, y'all let me know what y'all think down below. Let me know your honest thoughts and opinions, man. I appreciate you all for tuning in today, and I'll make sure to see you all tomorrow, man. Make sure to hit that like button and comment your honest thoughts and opinions. Let's get it. Let's go.